The last mode we're going to talk about is the sculpt mode. Edit mode, draw mode, sculpt mode right here. We use this a lot for animation, of course, but you can also use this when you're fine-tuning your drawing and finessing your line art. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. Okay, so this is the smooth brush. Its job is to make jittery, caffeine related drawing. Okay, so let's do a draw mode right here. Go to ink and just kind of do a not so good kind of jittery drawing. Okay, I'm going to switch to sculpt mode. As you can see here, I can increase the radius by pressing F right here, or you can drag it right there. Strength's at 1. So if I glide this over multiple times, you can see it fixes that, and you get some smooth lines. So all right, very useful. Okay, next one is our thickness. So let's go to our drawing right here. Let's say we needed the glasses to be thicker right here, or let's say just the eyebrow right there. Okay, so I'm set to 100 strength with pressure sensitivity here, and when I glide this over, as you can see, it made the outline, it changed the thickness, and the more if you keep going, it will compound it. Okay, so very useful technique here is to turn off your pressure sensitivity and then set a set strength, and make sure you only do it in single stroke like so, and you have consistent result on any outline or line art that you want to give thickness without having to redraw it. Okay, because if you glide over again, it will add to that thickness. It'll compound it. All right, so that's thickness right there. And this one right here, strength. So strength is not like thickness. It increases the value. It makes your color darker or lighter. Okay, one thing I forgot here is if we go, let's say, with thickness right here, if you hold down control, it will do the opposite effect, by the way, on any of this brushes right here. Okay, so if I go here with let's say let me go back to draw mode, and I'm going to use the pencil. So this one will give us a lighter value. Okay, and we can go to sculpt mode, and when we go to our strength, when you run over this one, it will simply increase that. It'll make it darker, and if you hold down control, it'll make it lighter or even erase it. So it's just basically increasing the strength right there. Let's say you meant when you were drawing, you meant to have let's say a strength of let's say 100, but you were at 0.8, and you were drawing like this again. All right, so you don't need to erase that and kind of redo it. You can kind of fix that with sculpt, and then yeah, you picked up that invisible line right there that I erased before, and you increase the strength level. Okay, next one is randomize. This add imperfection to the line, so it's the opposite of smooth. So if I glide it over here, as you can see, and you can make it kind of subtle to, let's say you wanted to make it look like a little bit more hand drawn, a little bit more imperfection, or you're texturizing the stroke. Okay, there's that. This one, and this is grab, this is push. It's pretty much the same. It all depends on outer or inner movement. Okay, we use this a lot for follow-through animation and some overlapping. So it's great for, let's say, accessory or hair and whatnot. I'm going to increase my brush, and I'm in the push first, which is the inside. So if you want movement from the inside, you want movement from the outside. Okay, so this is more of a aggressive kind of type changes right here as some more subtle. Okay, with the push, but it's pretty much the same thing. So let's put that in practice right here. I'm going to turn on my auto animation. So I'm on frame 1. Okay, so if I go to frame 2 and I go with my grab, okay, the big one right there, and I could sculpt this just a little bit like so. And where I stop right there generates a new keyframe. So let me show this real quick. Shows a new keyframe, and it's great for this type of animation. So let's go with it's 10 frames right there. I go another frame right here. I don't remember if I went lower or higher, but anyway. And try not to be too aggressive on that one. Okay, we go like so. I'm just kind of going frame by frame right here, because you can see here if I play that, there's all that movement already. So it's great when you want to do some in-betweens or just some overlapping and follow-through animation. Okay. All right. Next one is the twirl or the twist. So whenever you want to create the effect of your drawing going, you can exceed that. By the way, you know, if it's set to 1,000, I mean 500, you can set it to 1,000. You get a bigger radius. Watch this one, folks. So whenever you have those kind of going into another dimension type effect, all right. This one is pinch, and of course, its meaning, its name, and its action is what it is. It pinches, and when you hold down Control, it reverses it. So it's great for animations of very similar to what you can do with follow through and some overlapping. You can keep rocking that back and forth. Okay, and finally the clone sculpt brush. I think this is, if you think about it, should probably be better if this is one is in the edit mode instead of sculpt, because you can't really use it without going to edit mode first and putting some in memory. Okay, so what you need to do is go to edit mode, go to stroke or points, and then select an area that you want to copy, and then put that in memory, Command C or Control C. When you go to sculpt mode, you can. So it's great for texturing. Okay, so that's the clone sculpt brush. So again, to kind of summarize everything, if you hold down Control, it does the reverse of the brush. Okay, smooth, to smooth out lines, give it thickness, increase the strength value, make it darker or lighter, randomizes it, making jittery lines, so it's the opposite of smooth. You can grab and push for massive movement or subtle movement. Okay, we have our twist, our pinch, and then the clone. All right, so play with this. It's quite useful, and we will use this a lot when we animate. Okay, so that's our sculpt mode lesson.